Hey everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. It's Healthy Podcast. Let me start with a simple question. Who told you that you need to train every day to be fit? Because if you really think about it, that idea alone has probably stopped more people from starting than anything else in fitness. We live in a world where fitness looks like this: train every day, push harder, do more, never miss. And if you don't, you feel like you're failing, lazy, undisciplined, behind. But here's the truth no one wants to say: that system doesn't work for most people. Not because people are weak, but because the system is unrealistic. Think about your life for a second: work, family, responsibilities, mental load, and now you're adding go to the gym every single day. Of course, your brain resists it. Of course, you delay it. Of course, you say, I'll start when I have more time. But what if the problem is not you? What if the problem is the expectation? Some of the most effective minds in fitness history, like Arthur Jones, Mike Mentzer, Dorian Yates, all agreed on something very simple. You don't need to train every day. In fact, training every day can slow you down because your body doesn't grow when you train, it grows when you recover. Let that sink in. Every time you train, you're not building, you're breaking down. And the progress happens after, when you rest, when you recover, when you have proper nutrition, when your body adapts. But that message doesn't sell because go to the gym 2, 3 times per week. It's too simple, too realistic, too boring. So instead, we created a culture where if you don't live in the gym, you don't belong there. And this is where most people give up before they even start. After years in this industry, I realized something important. Most people are not trying to become athletes. They're not chasing stage ready physiques. They're not trying to impress stranger. They just want to have energy, to move without pain, to feel strong, to keep up with their kids, to live a normal life in a strong body. And for that, you don't need complexity. You need consistency. So let me give you a different way to think about this, a way that actually works. Step one: forget the gym. Start with 10 minutes at home. That's it. Squats, push ups, light stretching, no pressure, no plan, just movement. This is where most people make the biggest mistake. Then they try to start perfectly instead of starting simply. Step two: after a few weeks, you build a bit of confidence. Now you can add variety, try something different, movements. Maybe go to 15 minutes, not because you have to, but because it feels natural. You're not forcing discipline, you're building it. Step three: after 1 or 2 months, now you introduce the gym once or twice per week, 20 to 30 minutes. That's it, nothing more. Now, the gym is no longer scary. You are feeling more confident in yourself. It's not something you avoid, it's just a tool. And this is how real habits are built, not through extreme plans, daily pressures, all or nothing thinking, but through small actions, consistency, time. Let me be very clear. You don't need 6 days per week, 2 hours workouts, complicated routines. You need 2 or 3 focused sessions, basic movements, and enough recovery. That's where real progress happens. And yes, it's simple. Everyone can do it. But simple requires something most people struggle with it: patience. That's it. Because simple doesn't give you excitement, it doesn't give you fast results, it doesn't give you that new plan feeling every week, but it gives you something better, a system you can actually follow for life. And that's the real goal: not to impress people, not to look extreme for 3 months, but to build a body that supports your life, a body that has energy, moves well, stays strong for decades. So, if you take one thing from this episode, let it be this: you don't need to do more, you need to stop stopping. Start small, stay consistent, and let time do its job. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.